Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and before I get to the race at Nashville, the final race before the chase, I just want to get you guys an update here on the points, so you guys know where you are in the points and what situation you would have to happen, what would have to happen in the race if you want to make the chase. So here's an interesting thing. Caleb Hoffman was the points leader for many races, but he has had a streak of 4 races where he's gotten 10 points or less, and right now he's out of the chase. But all he needs to do is get in. Well, yeah. All these guys that don't have wins here, because if you have a win in your win column, you are in the chase. You don't have to worry about anything. But if you don't have a win, then you need to get a win. And to get a win, you have to win. Of course. I mean, you can't win without winning. I'm not making any sense, but the guys that are pretty safe, we're going to have at least three guys. If we do happen to get another double winner or even a triple winner, we'd have 4 guys that would get in on points alone. Right now, Cameron Garlington's pretty safe in that number 10. He's actually the points leader as of now in that number 10. Gabriel Marcia was the points leader before the Watkins Glen race, but then had a pretty poor performance at the Glen. Cavagnaro has bounced back in the last few races. He's currently in. Blaine Keys is barely in right now. But if we do happen to get one of these guys back in here to win a race, like say Austin Spencer or Christian Master, Adam Pinchon, then that's going to push a lot of these guys who are good in points down a little bit, and we will only have 3 guys who would make it in on points. So enjoy the race here in Nashville. It is the Walmart 500, and it is the last race before the chase. So watch out for your driver, and if you win, you are in the chase. So thank you guys for watching this, and here we go for the Walmart 500. And here we are. Hello everybody, this is Napa Fan here, and this is the final race in season number 1. No, not the final race. The final regular season race in season number 1 of the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. We are here at the Nashville Super Speedway for the Walmart 500. One last race before the chase. One more chance to get in and get a win and fight for a championship. Diego Stevenson, who already has a win, starts on the pole for the race here today. Dalio, who does not have a win, starts alongside him. Whitlock does not have a win. Pinchon does not have a win. Turner does have a win. Hagen does not have a win. Fitzwater does. Reed does. Mills does. Reed doesn't. Mills does. Hoffman does not. Sidnor does not have a win. Austin Spencer does not have a win. Blaine Keys does not have a win. Aaron Lukes has 2 wins. Eric Powers does not have a win. Cameron Garlington does not have a win, but he is the points leader, and at least 3 guys will make it in on points. If we actually have a previous winner win this race, it will be 4 guys who get in on points, as I mentioned in the first clip of this video. Wording has a win. Master does not have a win. Henniger has 2 wins. Mason Powers does not have a win. Crafton has a win. Walpole does not have a win. Grattan has a win. Bartow has a win. White does not have a win. Carruth does have a win. Toussaint does not have a win. Marcia does not have a win. Skivnicki does not have a win. Gaidu does not have a win. Cavagnaro does not have a win. But Roberts does have a win. So I listed all the guys who had wins and who did not have wins. And if you have a win, then you are in the chase no matter what happens tonight. But if you don't, that's where a lot of things could get shaky. And once I am done with this video, with this race, I will show you guys the points and walk you through who made the chase and who missed it. But here we go. The pace car has pulled off 56 laps around the 1 1/3 mile speedway in Nashville, Tennessee. Diego Stevenson and Matt Dalio are going to lead him to the green flag here at Nashville for the Walmart 500. This is a pretty crazy track, considering, what could happen. Dalio falling all the way back to 4th, 5th, and maybe even 6th place on the start of this race. Stevenson takes the lead Want to make sure you don't crash coming out of this corner. You get a lot there. We already have a caution in this race. Couple of winners already, and Barto is not happy with the 38. Is that Joffrey Toussaint with damage? Yes, it is, and Carruth has damage as well. This happened back in the pack. And the first caution on lap 1 here at Nashville. Oh, this happened all the way back here with Henniger getting spun. He's going to get spun down the backstretch. That actually is... This is a double incident, really. Henniger got spun down the backstretch, hit the wall a little bit, but Barto here caused the spin right there, and then comes back up and hits Roberts, Toussaint, and Carruth. The only non-winner involved in that crash was Joffrey Toussaint in the 48, but he was the first one, or the second one, I should say, to roll away. But he's got a lot of significant damage, and that might mean he might miss the chase because of that, not get the win. Of course, half the guys are going to miss the chase, and the other half are going to make it in. Well, the first caution of the night. And let's get to the pit stops with some guys actually staying out. Fitzwater and Mills are staying out. They both have wins. Hoffman, a non-winner, is staying out. White, a non-winner. Powers, a non-winner. And Christian Master, a non-winner, with Aaron Walpole, a non-winner. So they want to get that track position now. They want to get up front. And be careful. Don't arc a break into anybody. Barto is a good driver. He would not do that. So, we'll see who wins the race off of pit road here. And the invisible pit crews will do their magic. And it is going to be Adam Pinchon who wins the race off of the line. And Diego Stevenson just hit the pit road man. Oh no. The pit road man is not invisible, but he's not really there, so you can go through him and not hurt him. So he's fine. Okay. Anyway, Pinchon wins the race off of pit road with Hagen behind him, Spencer, Whitlock, Lukes, and then Stevenson, who was the leader. He's going to be put back quite a ways on this restart, but Zachary Fitzwater and LJ Mills, two previous winners so far this season, they are in the chase no matter what, trying to get some bonus points before they go into the chase. So that's Fitzwater and Mills staying out. Fitzwater is the leader. Then you got Hoffman, White, Powers, Master, Walpole, Pinchon, Hagen, Stevenson, Spencer, Whitlock, Lukes, and Turner. Top 14 or so. So we'll see who's all out here. Looks like the 4 of Trey Barto is the only guy out. There are 31 cars on the track. And we're going to restart here. This time with Zachary Fitzwater out front. Here we go. Green flag is back out in the air here at Nashville. Zachary Fitzwater the leader. Mills trying to look underneath of them and take the lead. He's got a nose. Everybody has a nose. But he's got a nose underneath of the 9, and LJ Mills is going to take the lead down the backstretch. Here comes Caleb Hoffman in the 13. Now, he might only need a good finish to get in the chase, but he's going for the win. Going for the lead underneath of LJ Mills, Caleb Hoffman in the 13. Hoffman in the 13 is going to lead lap number 6, barely over LJ Mills. We get pretty good racing here at Nashville. And here comes Fitzwater back underneath of the 13 for first place. Zachary Fitzwater really hasn't had that good of a season. You got that surprise win at Bristol, and that's why he doesn't really have much to lose. We got 3 wide here. They're bumping off each other, and they're going to save it. Good job by those guys there. They race really close to each other here at Nashville, but they do a good job on the most part not crashing. Even though they do crash frequently, considering how many times they do it, they do a good job. Fitzwater back in the lead, and LJ Mills back in second with Pinchon, who led coming out of the pit road. He's got some fresher tires, I think. He's up to 3rd place in that number 6. Definitely a good call on Pinchon's part to just take 2. I think that's what he did. But here comes Hoffman. 2 non-winners. If you want to make the chase, and if you're guys like Pinchon and White and Hagen, actually not so much Hagen. Hagen can get in on a good finish. But if you guys like White and Pinchon, you need a win to make the chase. You just need it. You can't get in on points. Guys like Hoffman and Hagen, if they have good finishes, they could probably make it in on points since they got pretty good point standings. LJ Mills in 2nd, and Zachary Fitzwater the leader in the number 9. Goes Hagen for 4th underneath of Riley White. Pinchon got shuffled back. And here comes Diego Stevenson in that 47, who was the leader when the caution came out. And he took pit stops, so he is moving his way up through this field pretty good. Just the way they coming through turn 4 especially, is where they are really close to each other, and it really causes me to wonder if they'll ever make it or not, because the way they race through that corner, it's just so tight in turn 4 that we see a lot of crashes there at times. Hoffman in 2nd place, or 3rd place I should say, the highest driver of the non-winners in this field, but if he finished in 3rd place, most likely I would say he'd make the chase, because he is just below the chase line with 4 drivers ahead of him. And if we have a second winner, that means, if we have a 2-time winner, like, say we had, like, Fitzwater or Mills win the race, that would be a second winner. That would allow space for another points driver to make it in. Hoffman, though, going underneath of LJ Mills for 2nd place. And I know Hoffman, he's been very solid. He was really solid early in the season, but starting about 4 races ago at Myrtle Beach, he hasn't gotten more than 10 points in a race since Sonoma. Right now he's doing a good job in the number 13, up to 2nd place, looking to make it into the chase and get a win. I'm sure he definitely wants a win going into the chase, get those 2 bonus points, and we'll see how well he does as we go on. But as I said earlier about, that turn 4, we'll follow like this pack here. Because here is where a lot of action is happening. Pinchon, Powers, and Master have pulled away from this pack. But just look at how tight these guys are going to be going into turn number 4. And tell me if they're going to crash or not. Just looks like they're going to slide up and bump each other, but they do a good job of not crashing here at Nashville. Hoffman has his eyes set on the leader, Zachary Fitzwater, in the number 9. Roberts is slow. He is the last car on the lead lap. If I'm not mistaken, he might not be on the lead lap. He might be, though. I'm not entirely sure. Fitzwater is now... Gap is now closed. Here comes Aaron Walpole in the 55. Now, he's one of those guys that needs a win if he wants to make the chase. He's up to 4th. Pinchon is in 5th, and Master is in 6th. All of these guys here. White, another one. And Eric Powers, another one. All these guys need wins if they want to make the chase. Zachary Fitzwater in the number 9 is the leader, but it's a 4-car battle for 1st place. They're all pretty close here for the lead at Nashville. Now, this is a long race. This is a 500-mile race, shortened down to 15% of that, of course. So that means that it is 75 miles long, I think. So it's 75 legitimate miles long. It's a 75-mile long race, so that's pretty long here for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Here comes Hoffman for the lead underneath of Fitzwater. And a lead change here at the Nashville Super Speedway. They're side by side. Will the 9 get the run on the outside? He might have led that lap. Fitzwater might have. But Hoffman is going to take it going into 1. So Caleb Hoffman, the new leader here at the Nashville Super Speedway for the Walmart 500. And here comes Mills and Walpole going underneath of the 9 for the lead. And all this battling is closing in Pinchon and maybe possibly Master. You got White here in 7th, looking to grab a position. Mills trying to get by the 9. Walpole now trying to get by the 9. And here comes Pinchon in the number 6. But it's Caleb Hoffman out front in the number 13, trying to grab his first career Chick-fil-A Cup Series win. Whoa, a little bump there between Pinchon and Fitzwater. But they're able to save it and not crash, and they're going. Still going, and Pinchon's finally going to get underneath of the 9. He's going to try to get a nose underneath of the 55, but not going to quite be able to do it. So Zachary Fitzwater was once the leader. He's now down to 5th place in that number 9 car. That's just what happens when you get stuck on the outside lane here. And Hoffman is coming into pit, I do believe. And that's going to allow the lead to go to LJ Mills. But is he pitting? Is that 13 pitting or what? Because is there anyone else on it? Yep, he is pitting. Got Cody Hagan and Alan Cavagnaro on the track. Cavagnaro needs a good finish if he wants to make the chase. He's one of those guys that can make it if he gets a good finish. But where he's at, he probably won't get a good finish. You see the guys over here. You got LJ Mills. They're coming in. Of course, a lot of these guys stayed out. So they're making their pit stops, and that's going to allow the lead to go to Pinchon in the number 6. He leads the guys, or did lead the guys, coming out of pit road under caution. And I think he can probably go out a little while, but you don't want to stay out too long because those other guys are going to have those fresher tires and get those faster laps on you. So Adam Pinchon, the leader, he's one of those guys that needs a win if he wants to make the chase. And he's out front right now here at Nashville for the Walmart 500. Cavagnaro's out. Hoffman is out. Now, he was the leader. Now, here we see Diego Stevenson coming in. Now, I know he was in that first set. And here comes the leader, Pinchon. Anyone else going to stay out? They come into that pit road fast. And here is the leader once we started this cycle of pit stops. He's going to go by Aaron Walpole on the outside. And actually, I think Walpole may have something for him in that 55. Side by side for the lead, or eventually will be the lead, when we're all said and done with this. Only unless other guys come out in front of them. But Aaron Walpole in the 55 is going to take the lead from the 13. And there is no one out in front of the 55. So Walpole, the leader here at Nashville, with Hoffman, Mills, and how about Riley White? He's up to 4th. Got Christian Master, Jesse Turner. He's high on the racetrack there. Cody Hagan, Garrett Senor. Then Fitzwater all the way back here, with Cavagnaro getting a good run on this cycle. Of course, then again, haven't cycled all the way through, but Cavagnaro knows he needs to get a good points position, so he probably took a little strategy getting some position, and he's going to crash! Dalio, oh my goodness. Not too much damage on the 11. That's going to bring out the caution. Only unless he doesn't crash again. His teammate there. A mess there, and Dalio coming out of the pits. He's pretty much done everything this season, Dalio has, in the number 88. This time he Kevin LePaged Alan Cavagnaro in the 11. Wow, and that's going to bring out our second caution here in Nashville, right when I was talking about Cavagnaro as well. So you see here, he pulls out right in front of the 11. 11 has too much momentum to slow down. He can't slow down. 11 spins. Now, he doesn't have too much damage, so he'll be able to continue. But that's going to set him back a little bit. You see all those guys. He's trying to grab some more positions here before trying to get to the line. But that was not pretty. And he's now in 23rd place in that number 11 car. Dalio leading this little pack. Now, he ended up scraping the wall. We'll see what happened to Dalio in the number 88. So he gets pushed back on the track, tries to come back up, and overshoots it a little bit into the wall. And he scraped that thing, and not too good for Dalio there. And he almost LePage Skipnicki in the 31, too. Trying to get back on the racetrack. Well, time to take a breather. Now, we just took pit stop, so you're definitely going to see guys stay out. You're actually going to see Mills come in and Hagen, so most of these guys are actually going to stay out, but some are going to come in, and that could mean something. You got Hagen coming in, Sidnor, Turner, Gaidu, Dalio. Of course, he's coming in because he's got damage. Skipnicki, Stevenson's coming in. Cavagnoro's coming in. Garlington, Marcio, Whitlock, Toussaint. A lot of the guys from the back coming in. A lot of the leaders stayed out. A lot of the guys coming. A lot of guys from the back coming in. And Grattan, I thought he was a lap down, but he's not. He's in 8th, so good for him. So Aaron Walpole in the number 55 is the leader. And we got 5 non-winners leading this race right now. The next winner in line is Biff Crafton. He won at Sonoma. And then we got Aaron Luke, Stuart Grattan, and Zachary Fitzwater. They won at Talladega. Actually, Aaron Luke's won at Road America as well. Grattan won at Dover, and Fitzwater won at Bristol. And Eric Powers, Blaine Keys, J.J. Whirling won at Texas. Spencer did not win. And if I don't mention where they won, then they haven't won yet. Mason Powers, Jacob Reed, Justin Roberts won at Atlanta, second race of the season. LJ Mills won the second Daytona race. Hagen hasn't won yet. Neither has Sidnor, Gaidu. Turner won the Daytona 500. Cavagnaro hasn't won yet. Garlington hasn't won yet. Marcio, Skipnicki, Whitlock, Toussaint. Henniger's won 2 races. He's won a race, and he's won a race. He hasn't won a race, and, you know, Matt Daly is a great guy personally, but he's been racing like an idiot all season, and it's just a computer. I know for sure, but not really professional driving so much this season for Matt Dalio, but just an off season for him, and he'll probably gain some more mojo back when we head to season 2. It might get a win in the chase, you know. And if you miss the chase, I recommend you still watch because you definitely have a chance to win a race within the chase. Everybody does. So if you're a fan of winning, I recommend continuing to watch this series, even if you don't make the chase, because you have an equal shot of winning each race every single time. Everyone has the same ratings, and that's what makes this series fun for me to do and fun for you to watch. So appreciate it if you continue to like the videos and watch the races throughout the chase, even if you aren't in the chase. Aaron Walpole trying to make the chase, though. In the number 55, he's got Caleb Hoffman and Adam Pinchon behind him. Lights are out on the pace car, and we are going to restart here on the halfway point of the race. So here comes Walpole, Pinchon, Hoffman, White, and Master with Crafton, Lukes, Grattan, and Fitzwater. Here comes the 13 of Hoffman underneath of the 55 for the lead here at Nashville. Those guys running that high lane. Here comes Pinchon looking for second underneath of the 55. Now, you know what they always say, cautions bring cautions, so we might see a caution here if they're not careful. Pinchon looking underneath of the 13 for the lead. And here comes Riley White in the 1 car. Riley White trying to take the lead. He's right behind the leader, Pinchon. Trying to get a nose underneath of them. He's going to do it in the turn number 1. Riley White's going to lead for the first time today. Here comes Christian Master and Biff Crafton in the number 18. A lot of non-winners up here. The only winner in this top 5 is Biff Crafton. Here comes Master, and here comes Crafton in the number 18. They're 3 wide up front. Here comes Biff Crafton. How about this little group? I like Nashville. We have pack racing at Nashville, and they call it a super speedway, even though it's only a 1 1/3 long. But how about that? Biff Crafton now the leader, and Riley White is pushed back 3 wide for some odd position in the top 10. Here comes Eric Powers in the number 2, bumping the 13. Oh, we got a crash! Fitzwater, it's a huge crash back in the pack. Oh, Zachary Fitzwater all torn up, and that is Jacob Reed in the 19. He's going to be out for the rest of the race, and he will not make the chase, unfortunately. He came so close to winning at Dover earlier in the season. What a tough break for Reed, not having the season he wanted. Here's what happened. Grattan spins Fitzwater into Powers. Reed involved as well. Hagen put it in, and that was Carruth with some damage there. See if Cavagnaro, he might have got some of this. Stevenson ended up hitting the number 9 really hard, and the 11 got some front end damage there as he hit the 19. Let's take a look at Diego Stevenson here. And you see the crash happen in front of him, and right there he hits the 9 hard. Fitzwater with a lot of damage, Reed with a lot of damage, Carruth got some front end damage, Roberts was spun around, Cavagnaro with some damage on his front, trying to make the chase, but the way it's looking for him, it isn't looking too good. Hagen involved, and Stevenson smoking, the pole sitter of this race, probably most likely isn't going to win this race. Hagen was involved, and it looks like Cavagnaro is still going here in the 11. Of course, he's coming in the pit, so I don't know how that's all going to play out. So here we go. Guys going to come in and pit now. A lot of the leaders are going to pit, but Biff Crafton is staying out in that number 18 with Aaron Lukes and Regan Whitlock. Whitlock the first now. Whitlock is the first of the non-winners in the field right now in that number 3 car. He is staying out with Gaidu, Marcio, Henniger, and Toussaint. I really like the way these pit stops are happening. We're going to eventually have it where if a caution comes out late, we're just going to have a group of guys that have been in the back all day long get out there and see if they can hold off those hard-charging full tire cars. You know what I mean by full tire, I mean all new tires. Anyway, let's see who wins the race off the pit road. Actually, let's see who won the race off pit road, and it was this guy, Adam Pinchon, and Skivnicki making some moves there in the 31. He's now up to 9th, I think? No, 10th place for Jonathan Skivnicki. One of those guys you haven't really seen much this season. Same goes for really Pinchon, Spencer. Turner had a chance of winning a second race there earlier in the season, didn't quite do it. And Aaron Walpole, who was the leader when that caution came out, is going to be put all the way back in 12th. I'm sorry about that. Biff Crafton, the leader here at Nashville Super Speedway with Aaron Lukes, Regan Whitlock, Cameron Gaidu, and Gabriel Marcio. Let's get to the restart here at Nashville. Lights should go out right now, and they do. And the thing freezes on me. Come on. Okay, that's as much as I'm going to do. I don't want to give anything away. That leaderboard always jumps ahead when you do something wrong. Okay, Biff Crafton, Aaron Lukes, Regan Whitlock, Cameron Gaidu, and Gabriel Marcio, the top 5. Then Warren Henniger, Joffrey Toussaint, Adam Pinchon, Austin Spencer, Jonathan Skivnicki, Jesse Turner, Aaron Walpole, Eric Powers, Caleb Hoffman, and Christian Masters. Let's see here. Cavagnaro still in. He was involved in that crash, along with Roberts and Hagen. They were all involved. So we got 26 cars on the track. Oh, green flag. My fault. All my fault. Crafton's still out front. Aaron Lukes right behind him, but he's not going to duck underneath of them, and Biff Crafton is going to continue to lead the race. Cameron Gaidu gets underneath of the 3 car. And here comes Gabriel Marcio in the 78. Now, he's one of those guys that has a lot of points, so all he needs is a good finish to make it into the chase. Here comes Pinchon. And those new tires really do a lot on those restarts, and Pinchon is going really fast in this number 6 car. So is Spencer. Skivnicki got stuck on the high lane, so he hasn't been able to use those good tires too much. And Spencer making some moves, Pinchon making some moves. Crafton still out front here at Nashville with Aaron Lukes trying to get his third career win. Hasn't really been seen much after his Talladega win earlier this season, but he's up to second here at Nashville, looking to get his third career win in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Crafton still out front, Gaidu, and then Pinchon, who made that pit stop all the way up to fourth place here at Nashville. We are on lap 38 of 56. Here comes Pinchon trying to get by Gaidu. He's going to be able to do it with those new tires. Pinchon has his eyes set on the lead battle, and Aaron Lukes has his eyes set on the lead. But he just couldn't quite do it underneath of Biff Crafton going through turns 1 and 2. Now through turns 3 and 4. Lukes is going to go a little high. That's going to allow Pinchon to close in. You never know when we're going to have a crash throughout this area here. Something's wrong with Hagen. He's kind of slow. Biff Crafton out front right now in the number 18. We've had quite a few leaders in this race. And we're going to come up to 16 laps to go when we cross the line next time by. Lukes is a little slow compared to the number 6 here. Pinchon racing some pretty fast lap times in that number 6 car. And he is the highest of the non-winners in this race so far. So if Pinchon gets a win, you know that he is in the chase no matter what. Same would go for guys like Gaidu, Master, and Walpole. Walpole also came in on that set of stops. He was the leader when the caution came out. He is now in 5th place, passing Master. And this lead battle has closed in a little bit. Crafton the leader with Aaron Lukes, Adam Pinchon, and Cameron Gaidu. Now, we might not have another caution in this race. So if that happens, I don't think we might have another set of pit stops. I'm not 100% sure. But if we do have another set of pit stops, it might fall right around the finish of the race. So it could happen where a guy stays out and gets a win when he wasn't supposed to. And it's always cool when something like that happens. But you never know. If the way they're racing back here, it is very possible that they could crash in turn 4. That's a very liable place. Skivnicki fell back quite a bit there. He's now in 20th. Cavagnaro trying to make up some ground. We'll just see how it all plays out. Now, Crafton's coming in, so we're going to have pit stops here. Or is he coming in? He's back out on the track. Wow, what happened to the 18? He's coming in to make his pit stop, but he didn't get in all that good. And that allows the lead to go to Aaron Lukes in the number 5. And I think we're going to have another set of pit stops. Anyone else coming in with Crafton? No. Crafton's in by himself. So it could just be that the guys... Yeah, here comes Aaron Lukes in the number 5. Doing the same thing as Crafton. And you got to be careful when you come back out in the traffic like that. They come into that pit road really, really fast. And that is very, very dangerous. So that allows the lead to go to Adam Pinchon in the number 6 teammates, MWR teammates, the 15 and the 55 here. And it's Pinchon out front in the number 6. And is anyone else coming in the pit? I don't see anyone else coming in the pit yet. Here goes Joffrey Toussaint in the 48. Here comes Crafton coming out now. And a good battle here. Walpole actually did get by the 15 there. And Walpole and Pinchon both took a pit stop on that last caution. So they are now the leaders. As the guys... Here comes Gaidu. He was out that first time. He actually does a good job throughout the pit road area there. So good for Gaidu there. And Regan Whitlock also stayed out. And so did Warren Henniger. So they're all coming in to make their pit stops. And that allows the lead to stay with Adam Pinchon, who went in under that last caution. 10 laps to go here at the Nashville Superspeedway. Adam Pinchon is the leader in the number 6, but will he have to pit again? That's a good question. And will the caution come out again? If we were to have a caution and then a short green flag run, we'd have to have the caution pretty soon in this race, which it is possible. We've had 3 cautions in this race. But Adam Pinchon has a little company right now from Aaron Walpole. Neither of these guys have a win yet this season, and if they want to make the chase, they both have to win, but they can't both win. Only one of them can win, so we're going to see which one of these wins. If either one of them wins, it could be somebody else. You got Christian Master, Riley White back here. Caleb Hoffman. He got shuffled back on that last set of pit stops that happened under caution. And he's now finally up to 5th place in that number 13, but the leaders are far away from him here at Nashville Superspeedway. We're closing in on the finish of this race. Adam Pinchon is the leader, but Aaron Walpole is right there. And if these guys don't come in the pit, we could have a very good race to see who makes the chase and who doesn't. It could come down to inches. 7 to go here at the Nashville Superspeedway for the Walmart 500, the last race before the Chick-fil-A Cup Series chase. Adam Pinchon and Aaron Walpole, the top 2 drivers. And here we go, pit stops. That's going to shake things up a lot. Pinchon coming in to make his stop. That's going to allow the lead to go to Aaron Walpole. The pit stops are going to happen right near the end of this race. Anyone else coming in with Pinchon? Doesn't look like it. Right now, Aaron Lukes is ahead of Biff Crafton. Now, these guys came in first. Got Regan Whitlock, he came in with those guys. Joffrey Toussaint and Warren Henniger as well. Walpole staying out even another lap, so I don't know if that was a scheduled stop for Pinchon or what. But he's coming in for his stop now. We'll see how this all plays out. That might not be good for Pinchon. Walpole, the leader in the number 55. Christian Master and Riley White right behind him. Any of these guys coming in? White making his pit stop, and so is Aaron Walpole. That allows the lead to go to Christian Master. Now, some of these guys may try to stay out. If I were some of these guys, I definitely would do that. Master leads lap number 52 and 56 with 4 laps to go here at Nashville Superspeedway. Who is going to win this race with all the pit stops happening? Hoffman up to 2nd. Now Hoffman, if I'm not mistaken, oh wait, all these guys came in the pit that first time. And here comes those guys. Mason Powers stays out for this time. And, not 100% sure if Sidnor is on, which cycle Sidnor is on, actually. I'm not exactly sure which cycle he's on. Mason Powers staying out. He is right now the leader with 3 laps to go. He just needs to stay out. If he can stay out. I'm not sure if he can or not. And here he comes. He stayed out. Mills. If I'm not mistaken, I believe LJ Mills has stayed out. And we'll see here. No, he's not the leader of that lap. Who is out front? The caution is out! The caution has come out. I do believe the caution is out here. No, it is not. I am very sorry. Silly, silly me. The leader of that lap was Mason Powers. White. Riley White actually might be the leader here. Let's see. He's in 2nd. With 2 laps to go, Riley White in the number 1 might pull away with this one. And it just happens that the pit stops fall his way. He's coming to the white flag, but is he the leader? There's nobody in front of him who is on the lead lap, and Riley White just may make it in the chase. We'll see. Is he the leader? White flag. Yes, Riley White out front here at Nashville. The final lap in the Walmart 500. And who would have thought he would have won this race? How about that, Riley White? 2 more corners to go, and he is in the chase for the Chick-fil-A Cup. What a way to get in to the chase. Took him a little while to do it, but he finally did it. Riley White coming out of 4 is going to win the Walmart 500, and he is in the chase for the Chick-fil-A Cup. And just took the right strategy, and he wins the race and is in the chase. I didn't think that would happen. One of those guys I did not expect to win this race, and he wins it. And it's Riley White in the number 1. Congratulations to him. He is in the chase for the Chick-fil-A Cup. Christian Masters 2nd. Aaron Walpole, LJ Mills, and Mason Powers, the top 5. And it just happens that those pit stops started right before the finish was about to happen, and Riley White would end up getting it done here today. He is in the chase for the Chick-fil-A Cup. How about that? Christian Master, Aaron Walpole, LJ Mills, and Mason Powers, the top 5. Then it's Hoffman, Wording, Pinchon, Senor, Gadu, Marcio, Garlington, Powers, Turner, Keys, Lukes, Crafton, Whitlock, Skivnicki, Cavagnaro, Spencer, Toussaint, Henniger, Roberts, Hagen, Dalio, Stevenson, Fitzwater, Grattan, Caroof, Reed, and Bartow. The rest of the results there. So we're not 100% sure on who's all in. We know that Riley White's in the chase, and all the other winners, but there are 3 more guys who are going to make it in on points. So stick around. Here are the points for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. I'm going to walk you through them and tell you who made the chase. So hold on tight. Here we go. Well, here are the points after the final race before the chase, and everybody above the line is in the chase, and everyone below, unfortunately, has missed the chase. But the drivers who are in the chase for the Chick-fil-A Cup season number 1, Aaron Lukes, Trey Bartow, Warren Henniger, Riley White, LJ Mills, Justin Roberts, Roger Carruth, JJ Wording, Jesse Turner, Diego Stevenson, Zachary Fitzwater, Biff Crafton, Stuart Gratton, Cameron Garlington, Gabriel Marcio, and Caleb Hoffman. All are in the chase for the Chick-fil-A Cup, and they all have an equal shot at winning the championship. Actually, not an equal shot, but very close to equal shot. I mean, it's so minuscule difference, such a small difference. I mean, the guys with 2 wins are each going to get 2,004 points to start the chase, and the guys with 1 win are going to get 2,002, and the guys with no wins are just going to get 2,000. So that's not completely equal, but it's close enough that pretty much everyone has an equal shot at winning it. So how the chase will go, I'll just be like the Sprint Cup Series, where if you win a race within 1 round, then you're going to make it into the next round of the chase. So all you need to do is win once in the first round of the chase, and you're in the next round no matter what. Only unless, of course, you're not in the chase to begin with. So yeah, Hoffman made it in, but barely, with a good finish in Nashville. Marcio made it in with a pretty solid finish, and Garlington made it in the 10 car as well. Guys who just barely missed it out were Blaine Keys, Alan Cavagnaro, and Regan Whitlock. Now, Regan Whitlock really wasn't that much of a factor early in the season, but as the season kind of dwindled down, he got a lot of pretty solid finishes and all of that. So the guys below the line did not make the chase, unfortunately. The guys above the line are in the chase, and it's going to be fun. So here's the chase points for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. I'm going to put them in the picture for you guys and see where they'll all start out in points for the chase. And also give you guys the guys who aren't in the chase throughout the chase, so you can see where you are in points over there. There'll be a final point standings, nice, neat, and orderly, and all that. And if you are not in the chase, I still recommend you watch the following races, because you got a great shot at winning a race throughout the chase. Everyone has an equal shot. I said that before earlier in the race and all that. So yeah, the next race is going to be the All-Star race. You guys didn't think I was going to do this, but I am going to do an All-Star race. It'll be at the Coca-Cola Super Speedway. It's going to be a relatively short race, 12 laps long. We're going to also have a showdown, so if you didn't win a race so far this season, you're going to be in Showdown, and the top 2 drivers make it in there. So it'll be 15 drivers in the All-Star race. It should be pretty fun to watch. That will be on Monday. So thank you guys very much for watching. And here are the points for the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. The chase points. How they will line up for the chase in the Chick-fil-A Cup Series. Thank you guys for watching. And I will see you guys later.